Good afternoon, ladies. This is Diane Tuggle from the Happy Scrapbooker, and I'm here today to make a treat box with you. Shaped like a little purse. It has a little handle, and it opens up to put a gift in or some treats. It's got a little notch right there, and it opens up. So I got this from a French lady that sells Stampin' Up, and let me see if I can find her name for you. Her name sorry about that. Her name is, if it comes up here in a minute, Ludi Bulles, I think is her name, Ludi Bulles. And she did a video on how to make this exact little treat box. And so it's all in French, so I converted it to English. So I thought I would go ahead and show you what I made. So again, this is the little treat box. Pretty good size treat box. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. So it can hold a lot of little goodies. So I'm going to show you the products that we used. We used the dies from Branching Out. And if you can buy the dies by themselves without the stamp set if you want to. These are like a must-have this season. And they've got cute little berries and sprigs, a strip of berries, and a pine cone. So you could use these all by themselves without even buying the stamp set. Of course, when you do buy it together, it's a bundle and you get a 10% discount. So the dies that we used are the third largest down to to the fifth largest. So don't use the smallest one and start at the third largest. I tried cutting the next size up, and it just didn't work because you couldn't open the little treat box. So that's what we used. Gosh, my throat. I'm so sorry, ladies. Okay, I also used Ornamental Christmas, which is what she used, and I stamped this tree in Versamark ink and used gold embossing powder to heat set it. And then this has a die for the tree, so it's this one. And then I cut out these little stars right here to put on top of the tree, so that's the tree I used. I also did cut one of those out just to try. And I used, if you don't have that one, you can use pine tree trimmings because it will work just fine. And I used this tree right here, and you can cut that out with the die also. And I did cut the star that goes on top of it. So those are the three sets that I used. Then another product I used on this one. These are called Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. And you can get it in English or other languages, but there's a ton of greetings here. So the greetings, let me show you one that's open. So the greetings just pop out. They're die cut, and they just pop out, and they are peel and stick. So on the back of it is a little, I don't want to take it all the way off. Let me show you. It's got a little backer sheet that comes up to make it peel and stick. So I put my extras in my little case here, my CD case. But these are great to have. And they do have ephemera packs like this for birthdays. and other occasions also. And they're really nice if you don't like stamping the words. If when you go to stamp a word, you always mess up. Those are the things to have. And to get my little notch right here, I'm just using a punch, and I just notching out. You see my fingers are right there. Can you see it? Just a little bit, so you can stick your finger in there and open the little treat box. I'm also using this ribbon, and this is our gold open weave ribbon. It's really soft and easy to tie. It's beautiful. And I'm using our gold shaker stars on the front of the tree. Metallic gold paper, as well as this paper pack, which is called Modern Christmas. So this is really pretty with all the stars in the background. And this one we're going to make today, I used that one. And then for my words today, I'm going to be using the Christmas Word Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. So this is really cool. So this is a sheet of the metallic paper. And this is all words. Holly jolly, dear Santa, ho ho ho, let it snow, Noel, peace, happy, Christmas, good tidings to you. There's a lot of words here. So this little die, this is why it's a hybrid. Let's see if I can find the right one. Yeah, it goes like this. So it slides into place. Did you hear it go? Let me do it again. It just grabs around the raised embossed words there and snaps into place. And then you would lay your paper on top. Get it in there, and you always run it through your embossing machine with the hinge going first and the Stampin' Up! Side up. That shows you the words are in the right orientation, and they will cut right. And what you get is this little tray. Well, you don't get the tray. You get all these little words, and they're embossed. So this one says Holly Jolly. This one says joy. So you could use joy for a baby card. You could use hope and love and wonder and peace. You wouldn't have to, magic. That wonder and magic. Wouldn't that be pretty on a birthday card? Okay, so you can do that. And then we're using black cardstock. I made me a template right here. So like I said, she uses centimeters for her measurements. You're going to need a strip that's 1 inch wide, and it is 6 1/4 long of the gold metallic paper for the handle, and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch on each end. And I've already put my adhesive there, so it'll be easier. Then you're going to need 2 of the largest die cut in black labels, 2 of those. You're going to need 1 gold in the next size down. 1 gold. I've got a few extras here in case we mess up. And then this is going to be the one I use for the front. And I'm going to put my tree on. This is the smaller one. So I'm going to tell you the measurements for this. So this is 5 3/4 wide by 9 1/8 tall. So 5 3/4 by 9 1/8 tall. And you're going to score it at 1 1/8 on all 4 sides. So this side, this side, this side, and this side, 1 1/8. And for the inside score lines, you're going to put it in at 4 inches and score, and then 5 3/16. Don't panic. 3/16 is just 3 ticks past the 5. 1, 2, 3. And then score again. So don't panic at that measurement. And it comes out nice and perfectly even. So now I'm going to make some cuts into the side. Do y'all do this? I have scissor charms. This one is a camera. And that way I can find my scissors. It helps anyway. This one is 3 snowflakes. I like scissor charms. So we're going to cut on the long side, on the cut lines right up to the first score mark. On both sides. And then the tabs are these. We're going to take a little off of those. So we're going to cut in, make a wedge, and get rid of the extra bulk just on these tabs. So the middle tab needs both sides done. And then the end tabs just need the inside piece done. So the same thing here. Cut it out. It does not have to be pretty. You're not going to see that. I didn't cut quite far enough. There we go. These are your glue tabs. And don't be skimpy cutting that thing out, because believe me, it'll stick out if you are not skimpy. So I've got a big chunk cut out of that one, because that one especially. So now we're going to put this together. So I'm going to put some tear and tape. If I can figure out where I put my tear and tape, which was right here. Oh, never fear. I have more. So I'm going to get some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it on these tabs because I don't want to get all gunked up with glue. Hi, Sadie. You come upstairs? My little doggy. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10 minutes to 4. And she actually, the time changed and I did not change my watch. What time is it? It's, 10 minutes to 4. That's what the phone says. I don't know how that happened. Unless somebody did it for me. Or maybe it automatically does it. It's just a cheap $10 watch. Oh, me. The things that happen in this world. Sadie, are you hungry? Is that why you ran up here to see Mama? The time changed, honey, and you're going to have to wait on Mama to get downstairs. She has been sick, so I'm glad she came up here to see me. Oh, what are you going under the bed for? Sadie. Little stinker. And these are our glue tabs. I know it takes a little time to do this, but I wanted you to see it. it's neater when you use the dry adhesive like this, because the wet adhesive, well, anyway, this Tombow liquid glue is tacky when it dries, so it's when it gets on your fingers, you have a sticky mess all day. Okay, now we're gonna just let me get my other tool. Where did it go? Here it is. There we go. Take the backer sheets off. Actually, I think I'm gonna just do down here first. Okay, this goes in. And see, I could still take a little more off of that. And this goes in and butts up in the corner. And it's immediate grab. It's kind of going to look like one of those pizza boxes. So we're going to do the top and the bottom, and then we'll do the middle. The important thing about the middle is that when you glue it together, you glue both of them on the same side. So you can't glue one on this side and one on that side. So this side is what we're going to glue it to. Okay, so we're going to line up these corners and just press it together. Okay. Take that one off. This is not hard to do. Once you cut all your little pieces, it goes together pretty fast. So we're going to glue that right there and right there. So now we have a top that goes over top. So you see it's a little hard to get into that box. So we want to make a little notch. Turn your punch over. You're going to center it in the middle of this, but you're not going in all the way. You just need to go in up to that. Then you get a little divot. Can you see that right there? Let me put a piece of paper under it. There, that's good. You can see that divot. So this is going to be the front of my box, part that has the divot. So we're going to go ahead and do our little side strips. And they are right here. So the paper I chose has those stars on one side and trees on the other. It goes on the short side. I'm going to put the stars up. And I will, as soon as I find my tape runner. I know I must be looking right at it. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and use my glue here. So this strip is 1 inch by by 2 3/4. And it fits right in the center and its sides. You don't need to do the bottom unless you want to. There we go. And now our top piece has the little handle on it. We're going to put that on last. And so this is our front. So the back piece, we're going to put the back piece on first. So I'm going to put glue only on the box. And Ludi, when she made this pattern, she made it to fit this label in particular. So it lines up right at the bottom and the top. And just center it. And you could, if you want to, decorate both sides of this. Okay, that's the back. So now the front piece, we're going to put layers together. So we're going to put our gold layer on. Right at centers. I love this metallic gold paper, especially with this modern Christmas. Then we're going to put this piece on. Bring it up here a little bit. So now we're going to glue that right there. So we're going to put the glue on the box again. There we go, just center it right on top. And we're going to press it down. Make sure it didn't shift. Oh, okay, that's very pretty. Now we're going to decorate it. So I've heat embossed a couple of different trees. I like this one, but I don't want it to come above and it can't come below, so I have to trim off the foot of that tree. And I did this one. And it's just the right size. So let's see which one. Happy Christmas. Or Merry Christmas. Oh, I like the thinner one because you can see the trees better. Where's Happy Christmas? Yep. Okay, shall we do that one? Shall we do 2 trees? And it's too small. Actually, I like that tree better. I think I will trim this off at the bottom. I like that tree on there with that paper. And I want a star on top. Okay. A little star. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use tear tape for this. So I don't want to get glue on the front. Sadie, you back up here again? Okay. I'm going to put my little tree all the way to the bottom edge, like that. And I'm going to pop up the sky. So we're going to use some dimensionals. Sadie, are you playing, little girl? Do you feel that good? And I'm going to use a half a dimensional in 2 places. One, half of one there, and this edge half right here. So I really packed the dimensionals on here because I don't want it to collapse. Sadie, who are you barking at? Who are you barking at? I see you. Okay, I'm going to put Happy Christmas right across like that. And then I'm going to put some of these little shaker stars on here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And pick them up with my tool. See if I can find some bigger ones. Or some smaller ones. Try to get my thumbnail in there and get that. There we go. So we put the little stars on there. And now we're going to put our handle on. So the handle, like I said, is 1 inch wide by 6 1/4. And then after you cut it, you will score it at a 1/2 inch from each end. I went ahead and put my tear tape there. And let's see. Take my bone folder, and you just go like that, and it gives a curve to the paper, so it looks like a handle. So we can just take this tear tape off. Do it the right way, Diane. Okay. So almost to the outside edge, not quite. Same thing over here. Now, I did cut these little things, and she put them, Ludi put them on here to look like they're little pocketbook hardware. So we're going to put a little dot of glue there, and a dot of glue there, and these were in the Christmas tree die set. One there. And one there. And then this really soft ribbon. You can kind of squeeze it together and tie it on either side you want. just going to tie a knot. I'll just trim this off. There we go. So there is our little treat box purse. Isn't that the cutest thing? This would be pretty on a dinner table at Christmas or New Year's. You can make it a New Year's one. And let's go ahead and see if we can open it. Yes, we can. Very easily. Oops, my little star came off. There we go. So I'll put them side by side here so you can see how cute they are. And I will have the cutting dimensions in the description box of the video. I believe I like this one better. Can you see them? 'Tis the season. And happy Christmas. So thank you for watching, ladies. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you check out my Facebook group called Diane Tuggle at the Happy Scrapbooker. Hope to hear from you. Have a great day.